tweak that a little bit.
Alright, tell me what you're doing.
We are creating the opening for the pocket door frame. The door frame system, it comes with its own studs and its own whole system. What you have to do first is create a rough opening that's 2 times the door width plus 1 inch. So we have a 30-inch door, so it's 61 inches wide is the rough opening, and then like 84.5 inches tall. And you have to have a header in place and some cripple studs that go from the ceiling down. So we're just getting rid of the studs that are in the way. There's enough support for this wall on its own. There's still a stud up on that end and then some other framing that as you go into the doorway that this header rests on top of. And then this stud back here has those 2 that it rests on top of. So these are support studs, but it's not like it's weight bearing, so we could take those out without having to worry that the whole wall is going to come down.
Which we're doing because you can see there are cuts.
Yes.
Right there. And then right there. So this whole thing, and then that floor part's going to come. And this one's already been partially cut, and that one's been cut.
So when this is all done, right about here is where our doorway is going to be to from our bedroom to the new bathroom. It's going to be a door that's going to slide into the wall because there's going to be a kind of a hanging thing that lets the door hang, and it slides on a track that goes in the wall. And then when you want the door back, you just pull it back in.
Now, what special challenges have the fact that this is a modular home created for us?
We I didn't really realize that on the other side of this wall, because this house was put together in a factory, and then 2 big pieces were joined together. Well, right here and all down our hallway is where the 2 pieces were joined together. So this wall, I kind of expected when I was breaking into it, right on the other side of this was going to be our bedroom. Well, that's not the case. On the other side of this is another 2x4 with wall space, and then drywall, and then our bedroom. So instead of the width between the 2 rooms being, 4.5, 5 inches between the studs, and then drywall on either side, it's got a whole other wall over here on the other side. So that presents its own challenge because when this is done, the door is actually going to be inset into that other wall by like 4 inches. So it might look a little strange. We might have to figure out how to make that not look so weird. It's not really going to bother me very much. It's just that the door is going to be flush to this side. On the other side, it's almost going to be in the wall a little bit more. It's not something that's terrible. The other thing is that we do have a stud right here, and right about here is where the door opening is going to be, so we do have to break into a stud on the other side of the wall just to make an opening. We don't have to tear down the whole wall, but we have to be able to get to that stud on the other side. So that's a little bit not the best challenge, but we'll do it. We just need to get the framework up today for it. We don't necessarily have to cut the hole to the other side today. We just need to get the framework up so we know what we're cutting and where we need to cut further. We want to damage as little as the other side of the wall as possible, because we weren't really planning on having to replace drywall and stuff on the other side of the wall there. We really just thought we were cutting a 30 by 80 inch hole for the door to be exposed. While this side, we're going to put up drywall anyway, so this is the side that we're working on.
We're going to have to get different sorts of molding, too, for the door.
Right, we'll probably have to build in some sort of doorway that makes it look a little better, that it's kind of inset into the wall a little bit.
Like it's intentional.
Yeah. Well, there will be molding around the doorway anyway, just to make it look nice, like there are around all doorways. But now we might have to make some sort of side system, too, that'll make it look a little better.
All right. Cool.